let's see if we could help simplify the golf swing in your mind by talking about the golf swing from hip high to hip high. What I've done is create a feedback station. I've taken 2 alignment sticks and I'm placing them about 3 inches on each side of the golf club. As you get better, you can narrow that gap. And what I've also done, I've taken a pad and I've created this ramp, and I'm gonna hit golf balls about 1 foot in front of this ramp. Now, the reason for this station does a couple things. When I go back, I want the golf club to stay between these sticks. I want to avoid the golf club moving too quickly to the inside or disconnecting and moving away from us. The reason for this ramp right here is when I go back, I want to feel the golf club start to go up in the air. And it will go up in the air if you turn around your posture. So as I'm doing this, my shoulders down, okay? Watch this one. This one's getting too flat. It's gonna be hard to hit the ground from here. This one, I am dipping. I'm getting closer to the ball. So we don't wanna do either one of those. Let's have the club go back through the sticks and up the ramp. Now, notice where my club face is pointed. All right, it's pointed down where the ball would be. If you have a good grip and you have good alignments with your legs and your shoulders, we should be able to bring this golf club back up this ramp with a square face. And we should be able to do that without any twisting of our hands. We want to be able to bring it back. You could have a small hinge. A hinge is different than rolling and twisting. You don't want to do that one. So it's possible for us to go back and hinge. And if you look in a mirror, a quick checkpoint for you is when you look in a mirror from the side, see if you could see the shaft of the club go through your right forearm. All right. If I bring it to the inside, it's too flat. Shaft's underneath. This one, it's what you call being on plane. When the club is going through your right arm here, it's so much easier for it to come down and thump the ground. I'm also not bringing it way out over here, okay? So one of my first lessons, after we had the pre-swing fundamentals, my coach, he wanted me to bring it back and he gave me a little checkpoint. We took another golf club and I put it right on my toe line. So I just grabbed my driver and I placed it right here, okay? When I'm going back, I want to bring the club back parallel to the ground, and the club that's in my hand is on top of the driver, okay? If I'm looking in a mirror, the club head is covering my hands, but I'm just getting away from being too far out of position. All right, so right here, club's looking at the ball. And then this next part, I'm feeling my belt buckle shift and turn towards the target. And when I'm in this spot, I would be able to holster my golf club into my left pocket. And the only way to get there is through a little pivot of our body. So when we're doing these short shots, I'm gonna feel the club go up the ramp. I'm gonna thump, I'm pivoting, and I'm pointing the club at the screen, at the target. Club up the ramp, thump and pivot. My weight is on my front foot. I could lift this back foot up and tap it on the toe. Now, the goal is to be able to take a pitching wedge, put that ball in the middle to maybe slightly back of center, and then let's see if we could do those small hip high to hip high swings where I'm feeling my body pivot and be the engine of this motion. I want to be able to do these swings and get a golf ball going up the line. If my grip is off or if my club face is off, the ball won't go on line. Up the ramp, pivot and point. It's going to be hard for you guys to stop here. It looks really easy, but it's a learned feel. You know, you could even go left hand only. Hold this club right here at waist high. And then if you're going to get your right hand to that grip, we have to turn and get there. My weight's going forward. I'm not I'm not falling back. Weights forward. Boom. Okay. Then pretty soon you could start to see like, hey, how far can I hit a golf ball going up the ramp, pivot and point? I think you'll find as you start to turn your middle a little bit faster, as you start to accelerate the club head, everything's going to stop together. We're starting to build some speed into the swing. Another really simple drill that I like, you could take a towel and you could put it through underneath your arms. I would do some of these without a golf ball first. Up the ramp, thump and point. Okay. And it'll feel really hard for you to do this at first. It looks simple. If you've learned how to blend the pivoting of your body with the swinging of the club, then it becomes possible. But it looks really simple, but it takes a little bit of practice to do this. But this is something you could do at home. Then, as we start to go back a little bit bigger, just through a little turn, it starts to go faster. But check this out. This is a middle iron. And then here, I'm going to do what feels hip high to hip high. I'm going to give it a little bit of speed. Still not quite the full swing yet, but it still gets out there a pretty good way. So even though taking a pitching wedge and putting a towel under your arms and doing these small motions seem kind of boring and maybe not important, I think the opposite of that, I think they're very important. I think learning how to pivot your body, how to get off of your trail side, being able to feel the bottom of your swing and control the club face, I think that would actually give us success when we start to go to our longer clubs. We'll have similar stances and similar feels at the bottom of the swing. So hopefully this helps you visualize the golf swing, and hopefully if you're feeling confused, you could start small and then grow the swing and work on it.